9:13 a.m. on Wednesday, August 20th. I'm announcing that the meeting is being recorded. Hi, Jay.
Hi, Jay.
And shall I take roll call?
You can.
Okay. Director Festival.
Good job. I'm here.
Cool. I am also here. I don't know how to roll call myself.
You're good.
All right. So before we begin, we would like to acknowledge the Chumash people who are the traditional custodians of this land. We pay our respects to the Chumash elders, past, present, and future, who call this place Anaskoyo, the land that Isla Vista sits upon, their home. We are proud to continue their tradition of coming together and growing as a community. We thank the Chumash community for their stewardship and support, and we look forward to strengthening our ties as we continue our relationship of mutual respect and understanding. Okay. Now, public comment period. There's no one in the room. Is anyone online?
No.
All righty. Let's get into the, or did I have to read the public comment
No, you're
paragraph?
good.
Okay.
You're good. Jay used to.
I was like, Spencer does. Spencer does.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get started on our discussion and action items. 3.1, community spaces and refund policy.
Okay, so we have a lot of policies today. I just wanted to give an overview. We have 8 policies, 2 hours. We might not get to all of them, but we have ordered them. There's not in any particular order. So based on how timing works, we might have to jump around to some of these. But this is our first policy committee meeting in 2025. So it is a backlog.
That's okay.
So, and it's our first policy committee meeting with our new committee. So if there's anything you all need more questions on or anything, we can definitely work on that and help facilitate things. So we'll get started though with our community spaces refund policy, and I'll let Maya present this. I just want to give some context on our timeline, which is at our board retreat last year, we used to have free rentals. The community spaces. Then our board retreat last year, board said, let's start charging to make up the revenue that we spend a lot on managing the space. Just even cleaning costs $35,000 a year. And that's what we aim to raise in our fees, is like the cleaning costs. Because people really like how clean it is. So if that's what they like, that's what they'll hopefully pay for in their fees. So we did our fee policy. It was a trial run. It worked well. We kept it. But we obviously didn't think of everything when we wrote it originally. So something that's come up is refunds. And as people cancel their events that they paid for, that we were holding money on, what do we do? So Maya has come up with some ideas and she'll walk you through it.
Yeah, so, and the biggest thing is that these events they can be expensive if they're like a day long. We're talking like upwards of like $400 to $500, and maybe it's like the week of and they're canceling, and then that takes the space away from everyone else. So that's kind of the justification of some of the reasonings on like why we have pretty strict timelines. And just a little more context, we also looked to Goleta Community Center, looked at their refund policies, and kind of tried to place ourselves in a space that felt good for us and then was also fair to other places in the area. So with the policy, so if cancellation at least 2 weeks in advance, 100% of the refund will be granted if a written notice is provided. And we said written notice because, if someone calls us versus actually writing it out is pretty important. Cancellation within 1 week of the reservation, they'll get half their money back. So that's 7 calendar days. Refunds will not be issued for cancellations made less than 7 days in advance, unless there's some severe weather or emergency. So if there's some sort of unforeseen emergency or natural disaster that your reservation is impacted by, you may be eligible for a full refund or credit for future use at the discretion of IVCSD staff. If we, as IVCSD, have to initiate some sort of cancellation, which does happen sometimes, emergency board meetings, etc., we, for any reason, will give a full refund or option to reschedule, depending on what they want. This has been something that has happened in the past. And it's important that we acknowledge it because these are paying customers and we want to make sure that they feel whatever we need to do is fair for them. So to request a refund, you'll email our community programs project manager. This is their email with their name, reservation date, and what space you're reserving, and then their reason for cancellation. And they must be submitted in writing and reviewed between 5 to 7 business days. Refunds will be issued as either a future credit or cash refund based on the customer's preference. It has to be one of those two. We cannot do a card refund just based on the payment system that we use. And approved refunds will be processed in cash or future credit, yep, and allow up to 10 days for the refund to be processed. And that's the policy. Open to any questions, feedback, concerns.
I didn't have any notes on this one.
So there's no distinction between IV residents and others. It's all the same policy, okay. So let's see, so 2 weeks in advance, 14 or more calendar days, okay, that includes weekends. I wanted to ask about emergencies. So it's not like a county emergency, it's like a personal emergency, like a health emergency, that
No,
kind of thing?
These are county emergencies.
Okay,
We did keep it a little broad though, I will say, like unforeseen emergency.
Yeah,
But
to
it does
me,
say
that
severe
doesn't-
weather.
yeah, I think that's one thing I thought needed some clarification is if it's a personal emergency, like because that's what I hear, what I see, severe weather or emergencies.
Mhm.
I also think I think we should distinguish between if it's a personal emergency or not. That doesn't include that, something to that effect.
Do you think we should include a personal emergency or no?
I mean, people will just game the system.
Yeah, yeah,
Everyone will
totally.
have a personal emergency.
Everyone, yeah, so
I
I,
wasn't say like if we do, it could be like a discretion of staff to say.
We could always have discussion, like if someone comes to us,
That-
crying with
that
a
is
major
probably a good
problem.
thing,
yeah.
Okay, we'll give you
Yeah.
a credit or.
why don't you just
No
say,
worries.
They show up and their neck's broken, we're like, oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
cool.
You know,
But we don't
yeah.
want to open the door for gaming.
yeah, I would say severe weather or county emergency. Maybe if you just
Yeah.
do that, that will,
Yeah.
that implies it. Sometimes we have issues with the county doing maintenance or something, but that, I think the IVCSD initiated that,
That's-
covers that.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Which we've
some,
had to do.
yeah, yeah. So in some cases you say written notice and in some cases you say email. So is it, you guys are, is that the same? You
Yeah.
think it's understood?
We can clarify it more, but it is supposed to be the same.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, just because when I see written, I think of paper.
Okay,
And I think we're talking email, right?
yeah,
Cause it's just like you want a paper trail, basically.
we want to be exact.
Yeah.
I got you.
Thank you. We added up,
We just-
please provide a
okay.
written notice by
By
email.
email.
By email. You can make the edits up top.
Yeah.
So then you say they must be submitted in writing and will be reviewed within 5 business days. So that's you considering whether or not this is valid. That's a big chunk of time, 5 to 7
Yeah,
days.
we should probably make it like 3.
Because if you're saying like cancellation within 1 week of notice, you're gonna consider it after they've already submitted.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So-
so it should be pre
The
48 hours.
reason, sometimes, well, this is coming in the next policy,
Yeah.
sometimes we don't have enough cash for the refund, so this is buying us a little bit more time.
But that's reviewed, then processing is separate.
Okay,
Processing
that's
is
fine,
10
it's fine.
days.
Okay, then we
Review
can
is,
have it.
we should respond to them pretty fast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you
that's
might
fair.
wanna change it from review to something like reviewed and you will be notified or something like that.
Reviewed and responded.
Reviewed and, yeah, something like that. Yeah, okay.
Within,
I said 3 business days,
I mean,
sorry. I
what's
looked-
our response time for a reservation? It's only
3.
about 3?
could be. I mean, like, if you feel that it's feasible for you guys to respond to stuff within 3 business days.
For something like this, I could see, like, for example, for a reservation, we do 3 days too, and sometimes that can be difficult if we get like 15 reservations in like
Yeah.
a really small
Yeah.
period. But I think something like this, they happen less frequently, and
Yeah.
it's normally a bigger deal because then we need to notify, like, we have kind of like an unofficial waiting list too,
Mhm.
where
Yeah.
if somebody wanted that weekend or they had to sacrifice something, then we'll normally offer it up to people, so we'll want to give a quick response.
Okay.
If you think if you're trying to have it be a certain number of business days, because it's corresponding to how you can get, because you don't have funding to refund, just do refunds will be issued after
That's
10
right.
Yeah,
days.
on the
or-
bottom
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we're good, we're covered.
okay, so yeah, because I don't think 3 necessarily, well, whatever, it's up to you.
If 3 would be fast to get one.
Yeah, I
we're not
wouldn't
gonna
do
give the
3 to
in
get
front.
money. No, in
no,
fact,
no.
I think it needs to be clear that there's 2 separate actions.
Yeah,
Reviewed and considered as one action, refunds is a second action.
Mhm.
So you might want to say, refunds will be issued within intend this day or something, whatever it is. So that then there's not
That
pressure on you all, "Oh, when am I getting my funding back?" So
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to.
Yeah.
Oh, you said that at the bottom, I saw, I see.
Do you like reviewed and notified within?
Do you?
Yeah.
I didn't. I want to know what you like.
Cool.
These are great adjustments.
Those are all mine.
Great,
good?
thank you guys.
Yeah.
All right, now related to that is petty cash, and Sydney will talk about that, but this is how we would do the refunds, is with the petty cash.
Yeah, so a little bit of history, as Maya mentioned, our processing, our credit card processing system all paid. The only way that you can get a refund is by the money directly going into our bank account. which We don't have because we go through the county, so this is really our, cash or credit are our only refund options. So that's where this comes into play,
Got it.
we need cash. And so I worked with our accountant to draft this policy based on some other district policies that are out there. And so basically this just outlines, the purpose that we would like to have, $500 of petty cash available at all times. That myself or a designated petty cash custodian will manage that. And we will store it safely in a metal box in the office, similar to what we do with our credit card.
Do we have to say all this?
That
I
was
mean,
my
this
question.
is like
I was like, what
Come on
security
over,
and
Red
insurance
Rover.
measures are in
I
place?
know.
come look for the metal box.
But also like with cash. So I know that it's weird because the county like is like our bank account or whatever. But like having cash, even like say for one of these was like going to get something. So like God forbid someone like was going with their cash and like for some reason lost it. Like, is there an insurance policy of like we just lose the cash?
And if we lost $50, we lost.
Yeah, but like
That's, I mean, there's nothing we can do.
okay.
There's no insurance for that. Cool. That's why there's a limit, so that people aren't grabbing $500.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
if we lose
But
it,
but
yeah.
your point is like, God, what if someone broke in and like stole 500?
Oh, no, I don't, I just think when you're saying where it's being stored, I
Yeah,
don't know if we need to be so.
we don't have to by any means. This is, again, I just kind of mimicked some other policies that are out there.
I'll defer to you guys on that.
But we can make it a little bit more. That it's securely stored in the district or
Do we have?
Yeah, we could just say the cash
securely
is
stored.
securely stored, period. Yeah.
And I like the access is restricted.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, as we said, $50 max because we have the credit card. There should be really no
Yeah.
other reason for it. And this just kind of outlines what, like I said, what it's for. It's mainly going to be for refunds and then for things like the yard sale that we have and for the move-in sale. Disbursement procedure. So yeah, it must receive prior verbal. I have to kind of approve it. Essentially, this just outlines, it's going to be a spreadsheet that we're itemizing the receipt, how everything outlined there in the spreadsheet that I'll manage, and then physical receipts are stored. We can just will be stored. And then
I think it's fine to say the cash box. I was only objecting to where the cash box is. That's it.
totally.
I think saying it's in a cash box is fine.
And then to get more cash. So again, because of how we're set up, if it falls below, when it falls below $50, I will submit a request to the county. I'm a vendor with the county, so I submit essentially a reimbursement request. They will issue a check to myself, and then I can take it to the bank. So that's the other thing you don't have to do. So this is kind of the best way that this is going to work. And then this just kind of outlines how that all is going to happen, and then reconciliation and all that good stuff. But happy to answer any questions or make changes.
Do you think that $500 is enough?
I went back and forth on this
It
because
just doesn't seem like a lot. If you're trying to not have to go back and forth to the county,
so many times.
and I don't know what the average refund is.
Well, we were thinking about it. We had about 4 refunds in total, ranging from 100
Yeah, so
to
about 480
to 480, which is 500. So, and they were pretty far apart. Well, except for 2 of them.
But the other thing is we do get cash from from reservations as well, that we oftentimes just keep. Sometimes I, put it, but we keep it on hand for these types of situations. So at times there could definitely be more than 5 available in the cash box.
Okay.
But if we want to up it, we definitely can. I was playing with $1,000.
Yeah, so that was in my head, and then I think you say something when you get down to a certain, I wouldn't do to $50, that's so, when it gets to 50, then you try and get more funding, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, then I'll issue
I
it.
think that's a little low, actually, doesn't give you a lot of leeway if you get down to 50. You might, and if you do 1,000, you might want to do like 250.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just gives you a little bit more leeway so that you're not having to go back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, are you able to replenish the cash when you want to, or only when it's, okay, so you could just say like,
We could,
Oh, maybe add some language, like if
Yeah.
you're anticipating a large refund coming up.
yeah, or
Yeah,
like
that's a
even
good
the
point.
possibility, like, say, we received a large number of reservations.
I think we just say upon your discretion. I think the petty
Okay.
cash custodian discretion.
And then have fall below be just a hard, you must.
Yeah. Okay, another thing I thought of, I just don't love staff must receive prior verbal approval.
Do you want that written?
Yeah, I just
want that
think,
too.
I just
Yeah.
think can always be misunderstanding.
Mhm.
So
My
fair,
kids are like, Mom, can I have your credit card? And
And
they're
you
like,
do that on
yes.
purpose.
And then I'm like, did I ever say yes? And they're like, yes, you did. Well, I never know. So
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
that works for me.
Do you all do that with you?
Oh, no, it's on purpose, yeah.
No, I would if I could. So yeah, I would say just keep it so that there's no misunderstanding.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I like, and even like an informal text or email is fine, just so long as we have the introduction of a paper trail at the very
Yeah.
first moment.
Yeah, we have a spreadsheet, like, for our credit card to
Yeah.
approve staff to use it, like, they have to type in the expense and then I
Okay.
click approve.
Okay,
on it.
yeah.
That's how we do
Yeah.
it for that.
Yeah, I mean, like, whatever you prefer, if you're fine with someone texting or emailing you, it's fine,
Yeah.
but just so we can track and have the date. So what is the preference for using cash instead of a card other than refunding the community space?
Just convenience. A lot of people pay by card and then a lot of families pay by cash.
Okay, so this is mainly like a refund thing, so like if staff were to buy, they just like purchase something, the preference would be to use the card.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
And we have the yard sale too.
Mhm,
where we have
that
to give
people use
change.
cash, yeah,
That
for
was the
sure.
first time we got cash, was for the first yard sale.
Yeah,
Moving sale.
Yeah.
moving sale.
and then you have to give change in like 75 cents, yeah.
Could I make a just a change of in 5 use of funds, use have A. If we could just format it so
Oh,
B
yeah, I see.
it should be
Oh,
like,
of course.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh, I also had a question about this section. So these sub points, the 1 through 4, how many are completely independent of each other and how many are? Because the way it's written, like total purchase does not exceed $50, but then a refund for the community space. It almost seems as if you can only give a refund up to 50.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm trying to think how to
So we
rewrite
can
that.
combine 1 and 2 because those are like a purchase.
Yeah,
And then the other 2 are separate. I think
Right.
if you combine those 2, maybe it seems more. Because then there's purchase versus refund.
refund,
Like
yeah.
the 50 is
50 is
adjective
for
the
purchase.
Yeah.
Refund is for however much it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Or a refund?
No, I think you just combine 1 and 2, because that's talking about the expense as well. Like
I got it. Yeah.
because then the 4th is like a whole other, that's for change. So there's like
Mhm.
refund, change, and purchase.
Purchase.
Yeah.
It might, I don't know what workday purchasing processes is. I don't know if a policy should define something or if it's okay just to refer to it because it's all internal to IVCSD and everyone knows what it is.
Yeah, we're never
Yes.
gonna never have Workday at this point.
What is, I don't
It's
know
like
what
the
it is.
financial system the
It's,
county uses,
okay.
yeah,
Okay,
the platform, yeah.
okay, got
There's no way we'll ever be off it unless major things change.
In which the county decides to, yeah. Okay, what are my notes for-
it. The only thing, don't you love how I've said 8 things?
Yeah.
The only
The
thing,
last one,
I gotta
yeah.
stop saying that. There is no, oversight, through petty cash custodian.
Hmm.
And it might be good to
Mhm.
have maybe a yearly reconcile with the general manager, like the general
Yeah.
Yeah.
manager. Yeah, just for an
Because here it
oversight.
says periodic review
Oh, does it say that
on
already?
8, but it's not specified how often periodic is or how it should even go down.
I can just say an
Yeah,
annual.
we could even report to the finance committee once a year too. Like it could be part of the budget process, like, hey, we had cash. It doesn't have to be a deep thing. just
Yeah,
letting
I
them-
think it's just having been involved in my family business. There is potential for fraud even with a small amount of money.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
good to have some oversight. So I think,
Mhm.
I don't know if the finance committee is involved. That's up to you.
I mean,
But
at
it's-
SBCC, they send us the check register for $39.
That was
Yeah.
same with the city of Goleta, right? Yeah,
You
that's
just get it
true.
as info item, like you
Yeah.
don't do anything with it as a
Right.
board, you just,
It's
here's what
information.
happened.
You know, that's actually a really nice, transparent
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
to
I was
show how funds being used.
Gonna say, it's
Yeah.
nice transparency for the community, so
Yeah.
anyone can go,
Yeah.
what is this being used for? Okay, there it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's also something that we're good at, our
Yeah.
website is transparent and
Yeah.
accessible and everything, so.
IVRP attaches their full expenditure transaction list from
Yeah.
Workday every month on their board meeting.
There you
Yeah.
It's
go.
not, yeah, it's not required, but something I think maybe it's in their policy.
Yeah. I mean, we could definitely do like a
Yeah, I like it.
finance committee or like a quarterly report to the board, whatever is.
It can be on the consent
Better.
agenda.
Totally.
Easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds
If you want to
right.
look at it, you can, if you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
periodic.
Oh, I see, you have district accountant. So district accountant is separate from the petty cash custodian. I
Mhm.
think
Yeah, they're
actually
the-
A is I think A is sufficient, actually. I didn't read that. I don't know if you need B, but if you want to, it's up to you, but I like A. I think A provides the oversight.
And I do want to keep C. I like.
You like
Yeah.
C?
I like having
think
just
C
the
is good
public
too.
transparency.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, now it's B, but I like the transparency aspect.
Awesome. We are so smart and good.
Okay.
This one's good. Move on.
I think it looks really good.
Thank you, appreciate
I'm
it.
glad you, do we need to do anything on, oh no, A, B, and C. I think this is great. Yeah, I think this will give you some good flexibility.
Cool. And then so the next one Jenna will present, but just general
Oh, like,
content on it is,
oh,
we've
yeah.
been trying to do stuff on lighting improvements.
Yeah.
We can only get so far getting the county to install new lighting,
Mhm.
even though we are making progress. You can only
Yeah.
get so far that way.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
we do have a new tree policy that you guys might
Mhm.
know about, where we
Love
give
the tree
out
policy.
trees to private property owners to install on private property for public benefits. We are allowed to do that. We are allowed to give things for free to private people to have and use for
Public
private
benefit.
use if it has a public impact. So we based it off this, and this is a long-standing idea that a former board member, Bob Geis, has had since like 2018. We've been saying we should be putting lights on buildings because Abrego is a really well-lit street. It has good street lights, but all the buildings are lit. Every single big apartment building on Abrego has downlighting on the
Yeah.
building, and it just makes it all look so much better. So
No, I live on a break and it's very nice.
it's good, yeah. So I'll let Jenna go through the.
Yeah, like Jonathan said, most of the light areas in Isla Vista are because the buildings also have good lighting. And also, as you said, there are some areas that are really dark, for example, Picasso and Embarcadero del Norte.
Mm.
And we're hoping to get lighting there, but it's been, it's been
Oh.
kind of a pain, because just some areas are more difficult to implement lighting than others.
Mhm.
But if we were able to put lights on the building in that area, then we wouldn't even need to go through the county and it would make a world of difference. So there's a few options in this initiative. Number one would be distributing just regular outdoor rated fixtures. We would probably select maybe 3 different fixtures that we like the most, and those would be the options that the property owner could choose from. I'm thinking just the regular ones that you usually see on the side of a building that shine out. It's a question of whether or not they're censored or timed. But anyways, essentially the property owner would need to agree to install the fixture and maintain it. So that's one option. Another is non-installed lighting. So this is something that residents could apply for if they wanted. This is more like string lighting or maybe solar lighting that you like stake into your lawn. And then lastly, and I think this could make the greatest impact, is lighting upgrade grants. So just kind of like how we do the mural grants, they would have to send us a plan and then we would decide if we approve it or not. Maybe in certain situations we could initiate that, but I'm thinking it would be more like street lighting on private property, maybe not quite as robust and expensive, but something similar to that. So that's what the grant would be. And we would definitely want to prioritize areas where it benefits the public the most, and areas where we've recognized that it is the darkest.
Yeah. I mean, I love this because everyone knows that the community is very passionate about lights here. For 1, 2, and 3, could we just like have all of them depending on what works better? Because I imagine like the outdoor rated light fixtures are gonna be maybe more appropriate for like a full complex, but if it's like a rented house, I could see like the string lights fitting with the culture of Isla Vista really well, in front yards.
So we're not trying to force any option.
Oh, okay.
These are all choices.
Like, I
for
like them
people.
all.
Like, we're not gonna tell
Yeah.
people what to do. It's more like, these are gonna be the backings of, also like, we're not gonna put it out this way too. Like, this is the
Yeah.
policy. We'll have the customer service version a lot
For sure.
simpler, but yeah, we're not telling people, we're just giving them lots of different ways to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
And
I
we
like
do
it.
things like, Jenna has like a letter for the residents to get a tree, like
Mhm.
we have like a letter for them to send to their landlord saying, hey,
Perfect.
please use
That's
this.
awesome.
I want a tree.
So we could do a similar thing here where residents can advocate
Yeah.
for it. But yeah, it's supposed to give them choices.
I like the choice. I also, when I was going through the tree one, I really like that you had preferences based off of like, these are native trees, these are gonna fit well in this type of yard or this type of yard. I wonder if we could do something similar, like for this type of thing, we prefer this type of light. Cause like with the sensor light, I get that it's more energy saving, but if it's only motion sensor and you're like walking down and you
Yeah.
see a dark street, like you're not even gonna get close enough to make the motion. And it's like, so I mean, I can definitely see us, I would like to kind of recommend like we did with the trees.
Part of it would be us doing our own research to figure out which outdoor rated fixtures we would want to offer.
Yeah,
With the trees, we have a master certified arborist on our team.
yeah.
So that's one thing. I mean, I wouldn't be able to give such
Yeah.
complicated recommendations, but I think when it comes to the grants, that will need, I think we might need to have a professional involved at some level,
Mhm.
whether it's checking for utilities when it gets installed or verifying that what area it's gonna shine the light on, because they're all gonna be unique plans with the
Yeah.
grants.
Yeah.
I now know
So,
why, what, is he on?
Ooh. I don't know if he's listening or
Because
not.
Jay has had very strong opinions about
Yes.
lighting in the past.
Mhm.
Have you been here yet? So, yeah. Yeah, no, I think you know, what you're saying makes a lot of sense. Everyone has and, everyone has ideas about lighting.
Yeah.
Some people love it, some people hate it,
Yeah.
depending on how it shines.
Mhm.
I like that you give people options.
Yeah, and there are like, again, I'm not like a lighting expert, but if we're worried about light pollution, there are certain designs that shine more down and, less up, so you kind of.
We want down
pollution.
lighting specifically, like
You
that is what we
That's
want.
the
Like,
goal.
we want
Yeah.
it to shine
On
down
the
onto the
street.
building.
Yeah.
Because then the walls are so dark. That's what, like, the darkness absorbs light, and that's what causes
Mhm.
a lot of dark spots. So you
Yeah.
shine the wall, then you're creating a huge, like, the paint reflects.
Yeah.
And it becomes a lot more
Yeah.
bright, so.
So this is very much for property as opposed to sidewalks.
It could affect sidewalks,
It
like,
could.
as long as there's a public benefit, like, if you
Yeah,
light
yeah,
up
yeah.
the building and it lights up the sidewalk by proxy, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Like, we're not trying to light anyone's backyard.
No,
You know,
exactly,
This is
exactly.
great.
Yeah, I really like it. I'm trying to think of other.
Have you, had any, conversations with Edison in terms of any programs that they have?
That's a good idea.
I remember at City of Goleta, there was a number of programs that they gave free lighting to residents. Mhm.
Wow. Let's look into that.
LED string lights during the holidays.
That's cute.
So I wonder if there might be some kind of partnership opportunity with Edison giving advice,
Mhm.
and or incentives for certain types of houses.
I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I like,
That's an interesting.
yeah, they could be definitely helpful with that, and,
Do you have a contact there?
I do.
Okay, perfect.
okay.
You figured.
And I was like, I would love to use Edison's money rather than our own if we could.
Exactly.
Also, the Community Environmental Council does like
That's true.
help for like, it'd have to be eco-friendly, but they could help us say like, oh, if you agree to do solar panels, we could help you with that kind of thing. They might be good.
There used to be the South Coast Energy Efficiency Partnership. I don't know if that still exists. CEC was involved, all the cities, and the focus was specifically on looking for alternatives and removing the cost barrier for residents to upgrade their lighting.
Wow, I didn't know.
What
much
was
about
the
this
name?
area. That's great.
I
What
don't
was
know,
the
great.
name of that?
It was called the South Coast Energy Efficiency Partnership. So I would go to CEC and because they took the helm.
Mhm.
Um,
And also CEC just compiles information about everything, so even if it's like, I don't know, maybe 3CE has something.
Yeah, they have a lot of, I met with them on something else, and wow, they
Yeah.
had so much. They knew so much.
Yeah.
One thing we know about Jenna is that if there is such a program or option, she will find it.
Thank
Trust
you.
that.
We
Thank
know.
you.
I think when you present this, would be so great to reference the lighting study that you did
Mhm.
and show like the dark areas and maybe even highlight where property owners are getting it right so
Oh,
that
yeah,
we
let's do
can
that.
I like that.
give suggestions to other property owners in terms of this is our goal, this is what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And now we're hosting the property owners meeting, and UCSB CHO is still organizing it, but it's gonna
Super.
be at the community center.
Oh,
Perfect, so that might be a
So
lovely
we have some
opportunity.
captive audience.
Yeah.
show.
And then for areas of public benefit, I know we have a lighting study for where it's dark. Do we have any kind of data on like the paths where people walk to and from parties at night?
I mean, besides basic common like sense of what we know.
Yeah.
That's all we have.
Okay.
DP, Salvador Trigo, and the up and down streets are the ones.
Yeah, because I'm like, we could definitely prioritize.
Let me show you something we have. It's kind of,
Ready
let
there.
me pull it up. But
What are
You
the
guys-
streets that you're mainly focused on? I wrote down
Abrego's good.
Picasso and Barcadero.
those are two of. Jen's.
Those are good ones.
Those are good ones.
Oh,
We're trying to
Picasso-
fix.
No,
that.
no,
We're trying to fix
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Good.
Abrego is the one that's well lit, but
Yeah.
Picasso and what other ones?
That we're trying to fix.
Yeah.
Part of Picasso, the northern part of Embarcadero Del Mar and Norte and Pescadero
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
probably
And
Del
Del
Sur.
Sur. No,
So
we
probably
needed Del
Sur
Sur.
all-
All the up and downs.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then
that's really
DP
helpful.
is old.
How much of
DP is
those?
great.
Oh, okay.
DP, Salvador, and Trigo got 150K put into them in
That's right.
2013.
Okay,
And
I must
think UCSB
admit.
might have paid for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
How much of these areas are private property? They're all private property.
This
They're
would all
sketch.
be on private.
And are
property.
they all residences? Are there any businesses in this area?
There is an area over near Kagan Bottle that's super dark, so that's
Yes.
another area that
Okay.
we're looking at.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, and also the right across the street where the pita pit used to be. I mean,
Yes,
it's really
yeah.
dark right now because it's empty lot.
Yeah,
When the
exactly.
building comes in, I
Yeah.
think it's gonna, I mean, it was very dark when Pita Pit was there too,
I know.
Mhm.
but when the new building comes in, I think it should fix the whole corner.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
with the lighting on it.
And I
yeah.
also,
Okay.
so, I think there could be like a different resident and then business approach, like I know, the city of Santa Barbara does like a light up State Street thing, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
around the holidays,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
and where they just encourage businesses to leave their lights on, you know,
Right.
we could do that in our downtown
We
core.
could, I mean, so here's a couple historical facts.
Yeah.
So there used to be lights on the palm trees on Pardal and stuff. The redevelopment agency put those on, and I think they were powered by the solar panels at the
Hmm.
Pardal lot.
Mhm.
The county took those down because they didn't want to deal with them anymore
Was it
after
like
the
a
RDA
fire
developed.
Are
No, they
these-
just didn't want to do the work. Like, they
Oh,
didn't want
okay.
to, yeah, even though the power was paid for,
They
but
just
they
didn't
just
want
took them
to.
down. And
Okay.
then, there used to be the RDA, which was, you know, the pre-CSD thing, essentially,
Yeah,
redevelopment. They also had a facade improvement, project that we took inspiration from, essentially, like in some ways, with,
Yeah.
like Woodstocks, that was not privately paid for, like the current sign
Yeah,
outside
yeah,
of Woodstocks,
yeah.
that was paid for by the government.
Interesting. RDA?
So, RDA, yeah, just to make it look nicer.
Yeah,
So we're taking inspiration from that, and we can definitely keep.
yeah, I like that because,
The solar lot, is it still in effect? Is it still being used?
It's actually being fixed. So I met with the assistant director of general services recently, and
Uh-huh,
they're gonna put in a new pay stall.
uh-huh.
oh,
It
okay,
hasn't worked for 8 years.
Yeah.
Literally 8 years.
yeah.
So they're putting in a new one, and so they've
Not
asked for
doing
patrol to
nothing.
start enforcing it as well, and apparently they said yes. So
Okay.
So what I wanna know is it producing solar energy?
probably it is, but it's like ancient solar panels. Those are from before 2010.
Oh, yeah, those are.
So they don't really do what they do now anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
I just wonder how we can get the lights back on the palm trees. It's
Yeah.
very-
I like
No, we
that
can put that
mix.
as a long-term,
Yeah.
As
or
a
not
long-term
long-term, but
goal.
like a goal.
Yeah, I mean, we can certainly, and that's also just cute as heck. And I trust that Jenna will recommend lights that are fit with the cuteness of Ileriston.
I think the challenge or the difficulty I see in this is the same thing that we encounter in so many issues. The IVCSD continues to take responsibility for things that the county gets funding for or
Mhm.
should spend funding for. And so when we talk about, you know, on the right of way, the public right of way, that's so clearly a county
Mhm.
responsibility.
Yeah. And we've been trying to get the county to do more on lighting. They allocated
I know.
$250,000 2.5 years ago, and not a cent has been spent yet.
And where is it sitting?
In an account.
Cool,
Yeah, I mean, the work just started getting done,
okay.
and they lost 100,000 of it, and we had to remind them it was 250, not 150. And they were like, "Oh, sorry, got it."
And we're worried about $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
And this is our way
Yeah.
to be able to do something. Like, we're never gonna be able to afford to put streetlights up
right,
currently.
yeah.
So when people ask us, what are you doing on this?
Yeah.
Mhm,
We can say, well, we have an option. There is a service. It's
mhm.
not the end all, of course,
Yeah.
but
This is great.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect.
It's really good. I mean, I like that the CSD, you know, taking over community issues, even if they're not necessarily our problem, but it would be nice to look into how maybe we could get funding from the county for doing the stuff that they get funding to do themselves.
And also maybe Edison
Edison
will
would be good.
help
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. And we could do, are the university-owned buildings already
They're
pretty well lit?
They're
Okay,
pretty well lit, yeah. And we can look again, but
Yeah.
they're all on the periphery too, so.
but I'm just thinking like getting, my preference will always be to get the university or the county to pay for something for.
It's just awesome.
Yeah.
Say the county and then the university.
I'm just kidding.
Jenna, I think this looks really good. I think it's innovative, creative, I think it's a very proactive approach to improving safety, so.
Yeah.
Good on you. The only nitpicking I have is can we put it in the same font
God, yeah.
As,
In the same
as the other
Oh, yeah.
policies?
Yeah.
They'll go into the.
Okay.
I was like, I
Oh,
didn't even
manual.
notice that.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I know, Times New Roman literally makes me gag, I'm sorry.
I'm a big Georgia fan. What's your
too.
font?
I'm
Georgia
a good
like-
for Donna, you like Georgia? Georgia's nice.
And you know, the Carmen's
Good
book, the first edition was printed in Times New Roman and the second edition was printed in Georgia.
Wow, I would never have.
There was
heard that.
literally a note that says it on there.
That's
I see why we're gonna take more than yours, but I'm super, I can go more than.
Yeah,
Cheryl.
no.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I was like, I have
Okay.
something.
All right.
What is next?
Lactation accommodation.
This was a.
This is a new
awesome.
policy. We
Yes.
don't have one.
Where-
Yeah.
If you wanna
You can go
just
for
talk
I
about
have-
it. Yeah, so again, we don't have this. It obviously came up for different reasons.
Someone had a baby.
Yes, someone I have. And yeah, so we just, again, written by Joan. There's a little note here from her about it. She kind of bases that we don't necessarily need a formal policy per se, but I think it is really nice to be able to provide this information to people. And then we can work internally to find a space for some of them to
Yes.
receive this.
Yes.
So that'll be something that we can do internally. Whether we like reserve this, whatever we have to do.
Which we
Yeah.
should be able to, like, no one works full-time in person and like a seated desk
Yeah.
here, so
Yeah.
we have lots
We
of
should
flex
be able
space.
to.
Yeah.
We made it work. I'm actually really happy about this, that we have this. And I honestly just wanted to make it as expansive as possible. Especially because I had to remind myself, that I'm writing policy for not the staff that's here that I know and trust, but for
Right,
Yeah.
that's,
everyone.
that's
potential
really
staff in the
important.
future. So
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
all these things, I'm like, yeah, Jonathan would allow that. I'm like,
yeah, we have to
Might not be-
depersonalize as much as possible.
yeah. So this is my most obnoxious point. Can we take out quote for the employee's infant child and just to make it as
I
expansive
thought
as
the same
possible?
thing, I thought the
Yeah,
Where
exact
does it
same
say?
thing.
Just the very first sentence.
Because if a
Like,
person,
what if they're a toddler?
well,
Oh.
yeah, and
Child, just
also,
child.
Or no, just
I don't even think you need
employees
child.
desiring to express breast milk while at work.
Well,
Just-
okay, just
Yeah.
cut the word,
Yeah.
okay.
Just
because someone who has a miscarriage, for example,
or still.
they may still lactate.
Absolutely.
Lactate?
With, and not have a child.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's fantastic.
that was the comment I had, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, that was my most obnoxious one. So what are the legal guidelines the district has to follow in accommodating the request? Because I know we have a responsibility to give space, but is this, like, what's our legal floor, just to start out as a baseline?
So Joan says that such a space must be safe, clean, contain a surface to place a breast pump, have a place to sit, have access to an electrical outlet, and have access to a sink with running water and a fridge or cooling device to store milk. It
Okay.
cannot be a bathroom, must be in close proximity to the employee's work area and must from view or intrusion while the employee is expressing milk.
Is that
So that's
in
our
here?
floor.
No, that's
in
a
the
note.
comments.
Oh, the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you say locked area?
Oh, yeah, does it have to be able to be locked or not?
I mean, I imagine it should be. I know when I've worked at other organizations, they put
Yes.
something on the door,
Yes.
like a sign on the
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
So that's something like,
Yeah.
in use or whatever.
Right, but if
Um,
we could have a lock on there, I'm like,
But yeah, all of that information is not explicitly said in the policy. It is in a comment.
okay,
All our doors should lock here.
okay,
So we should be able to provide.
just so that we have a door that locks.
Yeah.
I mean, my preference is to have everything explicitly written out,
Yeah.
just to be as expansive as possible, and just to have everything, there, just for ease of access, so if someone wanted to know, everything that we do regarding lactation accommodation, it would just be there.
I'm just throwing it. in
Oh,
for everyone
perfect.
to reference.
Yeah.
This is a private non-bathroom space shielded from view and intrusion. That's the pump act.
Yeah. Like, the university has these really cool lactation pods, but I bet those are so
They're so-
I bet they're so
They have one at
expensive.
the airport.
They have, I've never been in
They
one,
are?
but I've seen them from the
I've
outside.
seen
and I was
them.
like, wow.
How
And
much
it's
could
really
they be?
cool inside.
Is that? I've never been in one because I never had a reason to go.
They're really cool.
But I
Very
bet
easy
those
to
are-
use.
I thought there's.
I'll look up the cost right now. Can't be.
Let's
But
say
if it's like-
pod, is that what you're looking up?
But if they have to have
What's the one
running
that's
water and
cool?
electricity and cooling, then that whole thing has to have like plumbing, electric.
I don't think they do though,
That one didn't have water.
because it doesn't seem connected to anything. Yeah.
But then would it not even meet the requirement of being refrigerated and?
Well, it
That's
says if
fine.
you're
As long
less,
as you
oh,
still
we're
have
less than
access.
50.
Yeah, I don't think it has to all be,
In the same
room.
room? Okay, okay.
yeah, I mean, that would be impossible for us to have.
Yeah, 'cause
a
that's-
Designated room with the sink and the fridge,
Okay.
it's separate from everything else. so.
Okay, okay.
But I also think those pods are more elective, you know, like at the airport, it's not like required, they do it as a good.
Yeah, there's one in the USEM
Oh,
on
that's cool.
campus, yeah.
Mhm, right in the front.
Mhm.
Yeah, you need an
Um,
app to get in.
Well, these companies are the kind where they have to make you fill out a form to get the cost, so.
Oh, super cool.
Later.
Annoying.
Oh dear,
Oh, they're like 10,000.
Gee.
oh dear.
That's not that
Imagine.
much.
Like a one-time.
Yeah.
That's
For, you'd
sad.
have it forever.
And then how long do they last? Forever?
It looks like hard plastic, probably for a long time.
But that's, would be a more expensive option, so we can go for. a less
That could be a
expensive option.
future project. Like, if
Yeah.
you wanna get one of these for the, I mean, you could fit it.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
could, you know,
and
your-
then it could also be, it, depending on whether it meets the requirement, could be open for community use if it was like
Yeah.
next to the community center.
You could, yeah.
But then I don't know how that would interfere with like if staff gets priority because it was like designed for them.
Hmm,
I don't imagine that.
yeah. Especially
Okay.
with
Something to
NIV,
think
it's
about.
not a.
Yeah,
big
yeah.
location.
But I mean, like, if we haven't. Okay, I had a question. So for the section that said lactation break should be at the same time as regular paid breaks.
I'm laughing because I had a hard time with that statement.
Okay, because I was like, I understand where we're going, but if lactation breaks are at the same time as a lunch break, you don't have time for both. And so then it's kind of like, if you are an employee who's breastfeeding, do you get like lunchtime punishment?
No, it just
Basically.
says if possible, so it's not
Okay,
gonna be penalized anymore. It says if possible, it will run currently, but if it can't, then it won't.
right, because like if possible, according to what, like, because it says.
We don't have any employee breaks, it's like if people can take a break if they need to.
Okay.
anytime.
Yeah,
Like, we don't
this
have-
is, this
yeah.
is like clocking, this is
Yeah.
geared for clocking in, clocking out kind of thing.
Okay, so we don't, so everyone.
We have hourly employees.
Yeah.
But also they, I mean, it's like, we trust them to get the work done, like 15 minutes out of the hours, taking a rest,
That's fine.
I don't care. Like, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I mean, like, but could we write that in case like?
I
For
mean,
one
that's
day
what
when
I
the
think
general
the
manager
sentence
is
is
not.
trying to say, like, if possible, it'll run concurrently, but I think it implies that if it's not possible, it'll be a separate break.
Yeah. Okay. The district will meet with the employee about the accommodation.
Because I guess it's supposed to be a planned out thing. They
Yeah.
need to plan out a schedule,
'Cause I
and
was-
plan out a
Yeah, because I was
system.
like, it
It's
could
not
just be
Spontaneous.
up to the person's preference. If they prefer to pump during lunch,
Right.
like, go for it, you know, but if you
Right.
prefer to have that separate. Are there guidelines for how the meeting would go? Or like how the negotiation for the accommodation would work?
Think we're getting into the weeds.
Yeah, that's, we wouldn't
Okay.
write
I
that in the
think
policy at
we're
all. and
in,
The weeds.
There's
the
legal
weeds.
definitions for what reasonable accommodation and all these things
Okay.
are, and that's usually, your lawyer will tell us,
Okay,
that's reasonable or that's not reasonable.
It does say in the note, consider also providing this policy when an employee requests or inquires about.
I like that. Yeah,
That
I
is
like,
the- yeah,
It's when they request or inquire about PDL leave or bonding leave or any of the things. So,
PDO is parental leave.
yeah,
Okay.
paid disability leave.
Okay.
or pregnancy.
Yeah,
Maybe
because I
so.
like having it just available, distributing it at higher, and then someone inquiring about parental leave would be a good time.
Yeah, we have a separate policy.
yeah, less is more. Remember how some of our other policies, we say too much and then
Yeah,
you're
you
like,
have to do X,
uh-oh.
Y, and Z, and X, Y, and
X,
Z, and
Y,
X, Y,
uh-oh.
and Z, and X, Y, and Z.
So I really think what you just said is just quite perfect.
Yeah.
That is making it available, the policy available, well, yeah. You'll
Yeah.
put it in the,
It'll be in the,
Okay.
Yeah, but you'll write like, you'll put it on the IVCSD, you'll put it in the same format.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
format,
All the
yeah.
things.
I mean, I just really wanted to make sure that we are being as accommodating and expansive as possible.
I mean, what you could do, if you really wanted to get to that, you could say something in the first part of the policy. I think what Jenna said in the lighting is there's like a preface that's saying the, you know, the goal of why we're creating this lighting giveaway or lighting policy is because we want to improve safety. You could put something in the lactation that is saying we, you know, something about that we,
Honoring employee
Yeah.
rights
Yeah.
and.
We want to give this benefit.
yeah, something like that.
Purpose of this policy is to.
We'll write later.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
And I mean, we
Support
could even say
parents.
something about like the importance of supporting parents and supporting mothers, because we acknowledge, you know, their contributions and it's important to have them. You know,
I just, I think I'm very sensitive to all this.
That's fair.
Sensitive.
okay.
Sensitive to the power of words to describe people. I think sometimes our words are changing. to describe people.
We gotta chat about President Grant later. Yeah, do that later. We're gonna chat about President Grant later, but we'll do that later.
Grant, like, scandal or
No,
the
like
real one?
President Ulysses S. Grant.
Oh.
Like, we'll chat about
I
that
thought you were
later.
like watching the show.
No, no,
I
like
am.
for actual. We'll chat about that later.
Wow,
My second.
I love you. Okay, we are so good.
Yeah, this is cool.
Good on you guys.
I know, I was like, this is my intro to HR.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Sydney, that you had to be the guinea pig and all this.
It's all good. I did it. Use my car.
Great. I was like, that does not meet the requirement,
Yeah.
No, but that was also personal preference.
which is fine.
Yeah.
Okay, Vacation.
Okay, so the
Oh, okay.
vacation one, we're not really changing
Uh-huh,
necessarily too much about this one.
okay.
We're just clarifying language and like
Mhm.
making the language say what we meant.
Yes.
Essentially in all these, so.
I'm glad you wrote in writing.
The only thing I think that's changed is, that's like serious is this one.
Oh, yeah, but that's just.
We're
for-
not allowed to do this, so we invented this ourselves, so we just put it in at one point, the board had this preference, like when
Yeah.
we first made our vacation policy, the board was like, oh wait, we don't wanna give people vacation time, and then they quit and just leave with it right away,
Yeah, yeah,
but we learned that's illegal, so we've never had to use it anyways.
yeah,
All the vacation time we paid out it all
Yeah.
anyways, but it's just a vestige.
yeah, for sure. I
Figure it
mean,
out.
defer to council always.
I thought it was weird, the bullet where you said IVCSD recognizes that vacation time spent fighting serious
I was gonna
illness
say,
or
does it have to be,
debilitation.
does
Yeah.
it have to be serious?
No, it doesn't have to be serious.
Because then, I mean, sometimes you get sick on vacation. I don't think
Yeah.
it needs to be debilitating or,
Yeah, we,
I mean,
It-
I just think illness is,
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
take it out.
Yeah.
It is, that's what we invented this part
Yeah.
too.
you did, I
We-
wondered
And
that.
we
'Cause
put that
it's
in because of that reason.
also your
Yeah.
discretion of whether or not to approve sick days. So I figured just the approval of sick days would follow the normal
Yeah, it
policy.
would just be,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think,
So it's just like a reminder that employees can like change. They can call in and say, well,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
broke my arm on vacation. I'm just gonna take care of this now.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I also think sometimes when you don't take vacation on a regular basis, and I definitely am one of these people,
It's
that
better than worse.
you get sick.
That happened to me recently.
I know,
Yeah,
I was gonna say, it
yeah.
happens to you. It's
That
just
one-
because you
Last
know,
year.
your body is saying, I need vacation, but then you're like, oh no, my body really is fighting something.
Yeah.
Yes,
So yeah, I think this is good.
you have to give your body a vacation before your body makes you take one.
Exactly.
For the vacation cap, so do we have any incentives to encourage taking vacation as opposed to just like a disincentive of losing your vacation days? Once it
The
reaches
cap
that?
is the.
That's
Yeah,
incentive.
yeah, it's to lose it or use it or lose it.
Okay,
I mean, up to the cap.
yeah,
Which is a pretty generous cap,
yeah,
30 days.
okay. But I just like, I know we don't have the culture right now,
It
but
is
you can get
generous.
like,
360,
who, three hundred
you can
sixty?
take a year off, essentially. or more than a
I
year.
literally
what?
have, and after 360, that's why I have 360. I try and keep it right there, because after 360, you don't
You don't
accrue
accrue.
anymore.
Yeah, so you just
That's the
take
incentive.
one out,
Yeah.
put one back.
I just wanted.
So if you don't see me for 6 months, you go.
You're on vacation.
You're gone.
I'm in
You know
Italy.
what? I had a friend's parent, as they were about to retire, they just took every Friday
Yeah.
off
I
for
was
so
6
good.
months
I
before they
was like, I
retired,
could do that technically with my numbers.
right? Like,
I know,
I
I
wouldn't, I
love
wouldn't.
yeah, I was like, don't. I just want to make sure that I know the culture that we have right now is encouraging people to take vacations, but I don't want to end up in a spot where you have a use it or lose it policy, but then the culture, imagine different people, is that we don't take vacation. You know, so it's like, how do we make sure that people feel confident and comfortable to take vacation on a regular basis, other than in use
I
it or
mean,
lose
that's
it?
a
Do we
man-
have
that's a
no-
management
Their
issue.
entitlement.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is, if someone comes and like, I have this entitlement in the policy, it's their entitlement.
So 240, I think 240 is really.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, this is me just wondering and not really knowing how HR works, but yeah,
I mean, if you have employees burning out because they're not getting to use their vacation, then the board would have to tell the general manager, you're doing your job wrong.
Yeah, exactly. It's a
Yeah.
management issue.
So if in some horrible universe, Jonathan is not the general manager and the new general manager is a hard ass, we have to tell them stop being a hard ass.
Or
Okay.
you hire someone who's not in the first place, hopefully. And just to remind you, the way our vacation time works, it is not changed. And it was recommended for us to change it, but we said, let's keep it the same,
Okay.
is we get it all at once. So on January 1st, we get all our vacation days for the year fully accrued versus,
Interesting.
the reason we started doing that is because it was way easier to do, like administratively. It
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
tracking accrued
Yeah, for
hours
sure.
and whatnot. Like we have a spreadsheet that does it now, so we technically could move to bi-weekly or per month
Yeah.
or whatever.
But if employees
But
have
this
a
is how
preference, I
you-
don't want to take away.
Well,
the
this is how
preference.
you encourage vacation time. Like instead of having to wait all year to save
Yeah.
up 15 days
Yeah.
to take a vacation,
Yeah,
you get your 15 and
yeah.
Take it in
and it's
February,
prorated too. Like if you
Yeah.
start in June, you're only getting
half a year.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so we can say if you want to take a February vacation and not. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The other thing is that, sometimes when you hit, 5 years or something, you accrue more
That's
We
vacation
could think
time.
about that.
Yeah, so that's something, we don't need to do it here, but it is something to consider that after a certain milestone that you maybe get 12 hours.
We stopped giving out raises at 3 years. So
Is
that
that
could be
right?
our replacement, like
Yeah.
starting on year 4,
That's
you
a
get,
great idea.
but then, you're adding debt to your long-term liabilities,
Yeah,
which you
that's
pay
true.
out when the person leaves, but
Yeah,
it's not cash coming out in the annual budget, so where do you want to hold the debt
right.
in the budget or in
exactly.
the
Yeah,
balance sheet?
Yeah.
But you can do it. It is a cheaper way,
Mhm.
or less direct way. Like you'll have to spend the money somehow or
Yeah.
the time, but
Mhm.
not budget for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we could have, when you say you stop giving raises after 3 years, if you stop giving you've reached a certain milestone, you get a higher pay
You
rise.
max out, you get a bonus after that. Oh, it's the reason we do it is so that the COLAs and the merit raises don't like build off each other forever into like a
Yeah.
first forever 8% increase in
Mhm,
cost.
mhm.
If you do it this other way, the COLA applies and then the bonus comes like after the COLA instead of before. It's complicated math, but
Okay, but
It
you can still
helps.
get merit raises.
only 3. You get 3 merit raises.
I like the idea of then having
And
the
then a bonus.
vacation
One-
policy
yeah.
kick in
After,
after the
yeah.
merit raises and,
And,
Yeah, we still get merit bonus, but the
Yeah.
bonus so you get like a one-time payout of 5%, but that has a much easier impact on the budget because it doesn't compound. That's what we're trying to stop, is the compounding forever increases
Yeah.
of salaries.
yeah.
okay, so you can get merit raises to 3 years. After 3 years of service, you can only get merit one-time bonuses.
Yeah,
Okay, I mean, we could
but
totally
then we
have
can do
this.
this too, 5
Yeah.
more vacation days, that's pretty cheap, but people probably would really love.
For
5
sure.
more
I mean,
vacation
it's a
For
very
sure.
nice incentive, if we're trying to make it the longer you work here, the sweeter the deal.
Yeah, if that's what we want, yeah, it is what you want. Like, do you want longer term employees? Do you want
I mean, yeah.
middle term? Like, that's like, what do you want? Or what do you want to
Yeah, it's a good,
incentivize?
it's a good question to think about because for sure, but at some point you also want to encourage people to move on in their career, right?
Mhm.
So there's always a balance between how long someone stays and wanting to encourage turnover to have vitality and energy and new ideas and that
Mhm.
kind of thing. So I don't know if you want lifetime employees.
I have two things. One, I wonder because we have to think who holds the institutional knowledge, the staff or the board. The nature of our board is that the staff is here longer.
For sure,
this
it's
point,
always
yes.
the
Right,
case.
at this point,
Yeah.
and so it's like, we might want to have a heavier preference for long-term employees because of the nature of our board makeup. But what we could also do is if we want long-term employees, but not lifetime employees, we could say, okay, at 3 years, you get this vacation accrual. But then that stops after like,
We
you
can't
know,
do that.
that-
I think
I
they
mean,
can get away after. so
I don't
it's
think
much
people are
harder,
gonna
so.
stay for vacation,
No,
you
no,
know,
no.
people
That's
move
not
on
something
for
we
many
make-
different reasons. I think do it after 3 years,
Yeah,
you know, I think that's, yeah.
because more than 3 is good. Like 7 is great, or like 5, right? Like those are good, but we don't want to give raises. That's very expensive.
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
then, besides that, I mean, yeah, we're not making substantive changes.
Yeah,
just-
it's just not good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. Next one, compensation, well, a portion. Not all of it. This is like clarifying our payroll policy,
Mhm.
basic stuff, our timekeeping, and we just never had this in policy, and
Mhm.
it just gives us more enforcement, or we have just a lot of like part-time,
Mhm.
workers who don't fill out their time sheets, and
Mm.
we just need something to back us up when we have to make decisions
What
sometimes.
does that look like?
It's an online
It's online.
app that
Mhm.
it's very easy to use.
Mhm.
And everyone has access to a computer who's our employees?
I mean, not like their own, our student employees, they use their phones or personal
Okay,
computers, but all our full-time staff have.
so there's no barrier to people doing online timekeeping?
Because also if, say, an intern or student employee came in and said, can I use your desktop?
There's an
to-"
office, a computer, yeah.
So they can
There
go
was
down.
a,
Okay,
like a
cool.
PC in the office people can sit down at, so.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is just, routine.
People are all, staff is all okay with this policy?
And we're already.
It's already happening, so it's just basically you're codifying the practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we've had this on the list because we do have good, like once a month, maybe we'll have someone not fill out their time sheet, enter on payroll.
Mhm.
But like right now, we aren't required, somebody like local government, I've learned like is exempt from a lot of employment laws,
Yeah.
like a lot of them. So
Yeah.
when we miss payroll once, which again, we have, like it's only happened once or twice, but we missed payroll. The district wasn't liable for that.
Yeah.
Like it's just, oh, well, I mean, we gotta pay out
Yeah.
very, very fast after, but
Yeah.
it isn't, oh, well, like you're in a private company, the employees can sue at that
Mhm.
point for lost wages, but they couldn't sue us for it. But that's not what we're trying to prevent here.
Yeah.
And we're trying to say like, someone worked and we don't know what they worked, well, we don't know what to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you have some dispute, they said, I worked for you, but you didn't write it down.
exactly.
Okay. And is it like a problem that we have people not filling out?
It is a problem,
Hmm.
but it's all these people's first job.
That's right,
true.
you're
That's
providing almost a
true.
learning environment. This is how to do.
Especially like
grown up.
for internships too,
Yeah.
like.
I don't think we have a problem with our full-time employees who are hourly, right, guys? They do it great.
It's mainly just like the temporary. Yeah, okay.
We begin.
Cool.
Um,
Next, what's next? Resignation procedures.
Yes.
We just need to clarify this.
Mhm. I like that you took all this stuff out.
Yeah, and yeah, a lot of fluff from before.
And a lot of us was already in jobs. Contracts with them also.
Yeah,
2 weeks. To business, I mean, I guess a week,
2
a
weeks.
business week is the same as a
Yeah.
calendar week.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
So it's interesting that it goes to the general manager as opposed to their supervisor.
Yeah, because I'm the
Got
person
it,
who hires it.
got
Yeah.
it. I got it. Okay. Well, it's all listed.
It was the common language.
Oh, yeah, on
Oh.
good standing.
Mm.
We need to define good standing. It doesn't have to be in this policy, so it'll be
Oh.
somewhere else, but good standing essentially, I mean, what we're reporting is if you get a letter from us, that like, or if you wanted to, board resolution, right, like our employees who've left in good standing so far have gotten that board honor. So that's kind of,
We need a definition for good
define it
standing.
more, yeah.
Mhm. So,
So maybe not on probation. I don't know. This is all June,
Yeah,
not,
we'll do it
however you
later.
define it. Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's already, this word is already in our policy, so.
Yeah.
yeah,
We can't take it out of the back. So
Mhm.
But it does
it's
make
already
sense.
in, and we need to just,
yeah.
Yeah, per diem, what does it mean? Yeah, that's helpful because, the employees need to know what that means.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
okay, next is at will. Important,
Oh, yeah.
important. So this is already a policy.
Mhm.
It was just apparently like a point within another policy. So now we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
make it its own section with its own header.
Mhm.
That's all we're doing here. We're
Yeah.
just making it its own thing.
It was at the bottom of the handbook, like the very last thing people sign.
Yeah, because I know we had talked earlier about us needing to
We need this. Yeah.
define the.
It's always been in our job descriptions. It's always been in the offer letter, or maybe not said in the offer letters, but it's always been there since day one.
Mhm.
It's just now it's being molded.
The real ironclad, yeah.
So it's interesting how in the previous policy, we talked about the general manager having this responsibility. And then in this, it's more generalized. We say the district may terminate the employment relationship.
Yeah, no, we
Well, I
could
just
change.
wonder why, I mean, I could say is district and GM, one and the same, but I do think it's interesting in the previous one that we put GM.
It's a good question. I mean, the employment relationship is between the district and the employee.
Right,
The general managers who's like the
enacting the policy.
implementer.
liaison.
Right,
of
okay,
that,
got
so-
it, got it.
So yes, I think for this one, it is
It is
district
the district,
because
yeah.
it is the legal entity that has the liability.
Right.
Is us, that you're kind of like liaison on our behalf.
Again,
Okay,
Joan says it's okay, it's okay.
she
with
wrote
me.
it, or
She edited it.
wrote it, yeah.
Who all?
Thanks, Joan.
And then director, well, this is not you guys, director site. You get to,
Mhm.
well, oh, go ahead.
Do we have input into this?
Of
I mean,
course
it
you
kind of
do.
is
Oh,
weird, actually.
No, of course you do.
Oh,
I mean,
God, we're back to Times New Roman.
here's the thing, you have, you actually don't have too much input in this, so you can like have input on some of it, but really the government code
Yeah.
I
controls
thought
all
that
this.
There's some things in
So-
here that I was like, are you kidding me? This is just
Yeah, but
ridiculous.
no,
Okay.
the state is mandating all these things, so.
Then I think then we can't do anything about it.
Yeah, we're just clarifying our policy because our old policy, and we set this all up in 2018.
Yeah.
It just it was like not really that correct or that clear.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
say.
yeah,
And so now we've made it super clear what days of service are.
yes.
It's really specific, like going to IVCSD, for example, we determined is not a day of service because it doesn't meet these criteria.
And this is like taken from California law.
This is all from the government code word for
Okay.
word, yeah, so,
Then I
except,
was
we
like-
put district in. so
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yes.
What I thought was weird is that it says the board of directors must approve the director's participation in advance.
Oh, no, that's not weird at all. You don't want a director just going like, I
No,
went
I
to
would
this
say the
and-
general manager. That's, no?
Oh, no, I have no authority over you.
You
You're,
don't?
no, you're
Just
my
in our
boss.
hearts. Just in our hearts. he's our
Yeah, you're
boss.
my boss.
No,
You're not
our
gonna
hearts
tell me
and
what
our-
to do?
yeah.
Damn it. Well, see, the thing is then to participate in it, you have to know in advance. There has to coincide with the board meeting.
Well, the district has to have an interest in you going to that. Like you don't want directors just going to random stuff. and, like,
100%.
pay for it.
What I just, 100%, but the challenge is sometimes there's something that comes up and you're like, this would be really good to attend, to represent the district. Okay, this never happens to me, but to represent the district and it doesn't coincide with the board meeting and getting approval.
Yeah, well, you have the board president as like your basic person to go to these kinds of things.
Okay,
So
got it.
they're kind of the representatives of the board. So there's another policy that says that the board
But then
president,
who's watching the president?
well, you have to report at the board meeting to even get the stipend.
Yeah.
You have to report at the board
Yes.
meeting that you went.
And you have to do, and it's written. It's not just reporting, it's written. You have to do a written presentation.
Yeah,
I think
the
it
director
says that.
must provide a written report to the
Written
board
report,
regarding
yeah.
their participation at the next.
Yeah, I don't know if we have to have the written is just like helpful for a paper trail, like not paper trail, but it's like
Yeah,
the institutional history, right? Like
yes.
here, I went to the
Yeah.
IVRPD meeting, they said this, it might impact us, like Carrie's our rep to IVRPD,
Mhm.
but we pre-approved her. So
Right,
we made
I see
her
what you're saying.
the
Yeah, yeah.
IVRPD liaison, so she
Mhm.
goes to all their board meetings and she
Mhm.
reports,
Mhm.
but she hasn't claimed that $100 for me. We haven't had a system to formally.
I do
capture
like
it.
the idea of having written, I mean, it is
Yeah.
district funds being expended and there needs to be accountability and the written
Mhm.
report is accountability
Yeah.
and it could be under consent,
Yeah,
you
It'll
know.
be at the end.
Yeah.
It'll be at the end.
and
Yeah, of course,
especially, not only that these are district funds, it's going to elected, so I 100% do want a paper trail.
Right, because people, this is the kind of stuff people call into question.
Oh,
You're
yes,
paying yourselves,
totally.
or you're doing this.
Oh, yeah,
You want to be like, oh no,
Yeah.
look, we have a clear.
retroactive, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I like
this,
that a lot better.
and this isn't that you can't go. This is
No,
only that
get
you
paid.
can't
Get
claim,
Mhm.
right? So if
Exactly.
you, so if you have to go to something or you go to something, you know, that hasn't been approved, you just go, you just represent the district.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, so I think when this is presented, we just have to be really clear that B, C, and D are from what, some government
Government
code?
code,
And what government code, I mean,
We can
like,
sign
where
it if
is
you
that?
want.
Is that, where does that reside? Like, what agency is that? I'm just curious.
in the state government code. I don't know what title. we
Oh,
define.
yeah, no, I just wondered what department oversees this?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think any specific department.
Oh, okay, okay.
Maybe the FPPC.
That's what I was
some
thinking, if it's,
Potential role.
that's what I was thinking, if it was FPPC.
Yeah, they don't have, I think they don't have a role. They're just, if you get paid, then you fall under FPPC guidelines.
Got it.
Mhm.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Cool. All right. Oh, we're getting so
yeah.
official.
So this is literally just, we're copying and pasting from California law to be more clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Just set us.
It's not like I
with
have
the
Yeah, our
edits
old
to
one was just
California law.
not easy to understand and did not communicate clearly that you could get paid for
Yeah.
all of these things. Like, it's just not, it says like these descriptions, but it doesn't say explicitly what it is, so.
Has anyone done this? Any of our board members claim that 100?
Um,
Just so, and
outside of,
Yeah.
outside of Brown Act board meetings,
Yeah.
no one's ever gotten paid for outside.
so,
Yeah, I didn't
so
know that was a
then
thing.
the question is, does the director initiate that or? I don't think what I'm asking.
Like, come to the board to ask?
Yeah,
Yes.
so the director does all that. Okay,
I mean,
and does
sometimes
the
board
director have to
initiates it.
ask for the funds?
I mean, I think it's automatic.
It's
right? Like,
automatic, if you're getting
if they
approval, you
comply,
get funds. Okay,
yeah.
got it, okay. I'm
But
with
sometimes the board initiates it. Like, let's say
Yeah.
we know there's the
you.
county
We'll say
parking
attend this.
meeting. We're like,
Yeah,
oh, we want
yeah,
all of the board members to go because
Yeah.
we want to speak in public comment and advocate.
yeah,
Mhm.
That would count that as a day of service. So,
yeah. I like that you also included, the triggering the Brown Act meeting requirements. I thought that was good too.
Mhm.
And then internally on our like board stipend tracker, when the report out happens, that's when the board member.
Got it,
Just
I
so
see what
that
you're saying. So
You
there'll be
understand like the
in-laws.
full
The
circle,
pay-
yeah.
yeah. How-
Got it,
Because before, like, I would just track it, and then if it fell within that time, as we know, it caused some errors, and so it's not the best.
I'm
Because
so
we
glad.
also have, because
Yeah.
our payroll periods are different in months, but the rule is 3 per month. Like, you get 3 of these per month,
Oh,
but
we have to
the
track.
payroll periods are different.
Every
and
other. Mhm, mhm.
So they can go over 2, like, different months and,
Wow.
yeah,
Super weird,
so we
yeah.
have to manage it closely.
Yeah, so may
And that can't
receive,
be changed, that just is the way it is.
The
Seems very
month thing is a
complicated.
state thing,
That
like
is
the
true.
limit per month. I mean, we set the limit per month.
Yeah.
We picked 3
Yeah.
and we funded 3. We
Yeah.
could go up to 6,
Yeah,
but it is by month.
it is by month.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, we've been funded at 3, and that's the thing, we've never fully spent this budget. That's why we wanted to do this, is because we looked at the end of the budget cycle spending, we've been under every year, like,
Yeah, because it
7.
hasn't been clear.
Yeah.
And just, I don't think anyone knew about
And
this.
there's not always, I mean, there's not gonna be enough. Like, we could though reorient, so we're like, okay, we are gonna designate a director to go to Toledo West every meeting.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what they do, they get paid a lot.
I was like, that could
Like,
get pretty
Toledo West
costly.
sanitary district directors get paid like 2,000 a month. Maybe I'm misquoting, but
Wow.
they get paid a good amount because they just have a huge list of meetings and they just dole them out. Who can go to what? And they've been around so long that their stipend is like higher. You can only increase it a certain amount every so often, but they've been around 50, 60 years. They increased it and they get paid well for, being on Zoom in the background of a public other meeting.
If you reframe that and look at it like Cleta West is making sure that they are represented and seen at various meetings.
Yeah.
That's very positive, right? And that's something that I think about a lot is how can IVCSD extend its reach into the county so that they're, so within the county, so that folks are really aware of who the board is, what the policies are, and you're always creating relationships, right?
Yeah.
It's a way to branch out.
Yeah,
So
that's true too.
that,
That's true.
think of it that way. It's not about the money. It's about how we're,
The engagement.
the engagement, right?
Yeah, and that's where like the public event, maybe you guys can focus more on. I know Kylan has talked a lot about wanting to get the board members to go to more things, but it's like, Maya has a lot of public events. We know about so many. We could do something where you guys can pick people every month, like for the month ahead of
Yeah, I mean, we can
different
certainly.
events, if you want to do that more, like if you want to use the public event allowance.
Yeah, I do think defining public event might be helpful, but, or maybe it's self-explanatory, but I like this idea of thinking about how we can put directors at various meetings where they're seen and known as representing the IVCSD. So I think of SBCAD, for example.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe our staff already goes to those meetings, but it's just something to think about if we want to start to amplify our reach and.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. So yeah, right now we have essentially one meeting or one day of service per director per month outside of our 2 board meetings. So that's how you could think of it. You have 7 things a month we can do. Each of like collectively between all 7.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do more obviously, but
Yeah.
we have money for 7 every month. Essentially.
I kind of like the idea of every month, we get a calendar of here are events that we want to send board members to. So that we're.
Yeah, in fact, maybe on the meeting agenda, it's not so much as reporting, it is reporting, but maybe there's a component of there is looking forward.
Assignment.
Yeah, and looking forward and assignment.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to change the agenda slightly, but that's not a big deal. Like we'll just have to change reports to be an action item as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
you'd want to be able to vote, like, oh, I know about this. Like, Jay would always say, like, this thing is coming up.
Yeah, he was
with the
always good
special
about that.
districts. And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
I think it would be good to, and Spencer, and you can hash this out, but to maybe list a couple of like regular meetings.
yeah, we can do that for
And
sure.
then we can say, is this something that someone should attend?
Yeah, we kind of have a list already going, right? Like we have, like AS, AS Senate, or the county elected leaders, or,
Yeah.
IVCN is a public event, right? Like you could consider that one thing. So yeah, we do have some lists.
Why would IVCN be considered a public event and not IVC?
IVC, it is a
that's
private
right.
meeting.
Oh,
It is-
okay, got it. Now I clearly understand.
And whereas IVCN,
Yes.
it is more event-based because everyone can come. It
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like,
yeah.
presentations. Food,
Yeah.
general
Anyone could come. Okay, got it. I'm with
And it's very much not a meeting anymore. It's not like a sit down and everyone
Yeah.
share reports.
I've never been in a while.
It's not what it used.
It's better.
It's way different.
Sydney's in charge.
Yeah.
It's better. I gotta go back.
It's once a quarter now.
Blessed be. It was so painful for a while.
Blessed.
I know the Zoom one.
It's just a,
Right. That's it.
We are
You
making,
did it.
shut the front door. We're
Yeah.
done with all the policies?
Yeah.
We,
And just in time for my next meeting.
I'm so impressed with us. You thought we were gonna run late and the possibility was
Started
definitely
late.
there.
I know, the possibility was there.
Now we can talk about Ulysses this
Yes,
way.
Grant, yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, so we're gonna have a future meeting date. You guys have preferences on like times and days of the week and cadence?
Let's figure this out because I actually have my full school schedule
too?
too. Yes, I do.
Oh, Should we do this on our meeting are we still in the
Yeah,
Brown
it is.
Act?
It's during
Okay,
future
this is
meeting
okay?
dates. Future
Okay.
meeting dates. We're trying to set a future meeting date.
Okay,
cool.
so how often does the policy committee? We do
It's
it
up
like
to you
once a
guys.
quarter?
We've done once a quarter, we've done once a month.
So I think once a year is too little.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I don't know if we need once a month.
It's really, well,
I mean, we have a backlog of policies.
Okay.
maybe we do once a month.
We can do once a month
Until we don't have a
get through the
backlog.
backlog and then once a quarter.
Yeah, like through December, maybe let's like get
Yeah.
this done this year.
We can do that.
I guess we have to catch up on the other months we didn't do any.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, we can
This year.
do.
So once a month
Monthly
through
until
twenty
backlog.
25 and then
That should get
once
us
a quarter
pretty-
after that.
Mhm.
And then TBD, what are you giggling about?
Just texted me, congratulations.
Is he
I
on
think because
the?
we're once a quarter now.
Oh,
Ask
Is
him
he
if he's had his
waiting
baby.
okay. So.
I miss Jay. Jay, I miss you.
He is listening.
Oh,
Okay.
I was like, I miss Jay too, but I also know that I'm here because Jay's not, so I can't miss him like too hard,
Yes.
you know?
He's just a good person.
Can't miss him too hard. Okay, so Mondays.
Jay misses me.
Oh, he's so
No.
cute. Oh my God. Okay.
Do you like this time, you guys? Like
So-
daytime or evening? We've always done evening, but we did this one.
Is it better to do evening to make the meeting more accessible
public?
to other people or?
We've never had a single person come to policy committee.
Oh, I'm so
Since
offended.
we had one person come in December 2017.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, and it was not a good person.
I'm gonna defer to you a little bit because you
Okay,
have
so
a
I
s-
was
a
like-
gnarly schedule.
It's actually
Not
not that
that I
gnarly.
don't, 'cause I am a professional, but I know that you're starting your new world.
I am starting my new world.
Yeah.
We could not, and the fun thing about my schedule now is gonna change every quarter.
That's
So
okay.
at least until December,
That's all we need for now.
Monday, I'm like never gonna be able to do Monday.
Okay.
Mhm.
Tuesday, we could do Tuesday, like we could
We-
just pick our normal meeting time.
That's what we used to do. We do the meeting in between would be policy committee.
Cause it's, I have, blocked out all of Tuesday evenings going forward into perpetuity, so.
Okay.
And then if we want to encourage members of the public to come, having it at the same time as our normal board meeting. I
So we
think
just
would be
alternate,
easy.
what is he saying?
It's just about the time.
Oh.
Cause I was like,
Yeah, that's gonna be the most.
Wednesday and Thursday also work and we could do, day or evening, like personal preference or just evening?
I think
then
I
it's
will
better
have
for
the
the
less
public.
conflict. Sometimes I'm not a master of my own schedule.
I
So
live
I-
and die by my calendar.
What's that?
I live
No,
and
no,
die.
I do, but sometimes I get asked to do things.
Mm.
So I would say, let's do it on, if it's okay with you all. I'm fine to do it earlier on Tuesday, like maybe we do 4 or 5. As opposed to 6
Let's
to
do that.
8.
Yeah.
Well, to make
would
it
have
through
to-
your
Yeah.
workday.
Cause I can do 4.
And we got 9 items today. I think we could have, we could do these in an hour, right? Like, I don't think we're
Yeah. So maybe 4
4 to 5.
to
We can
5.
do 4 to 5.
So
Okay.
then,
September
well, you'll
16th.
send a calendar invite, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
but just, it's September 16th and then,
September 16th at 4.
yeah, and then
Okay, cool.
October 21st. That's funny because of how October's dates work.
So it's,
September 16th, October 21st. We probably then, November is gonna be weird. We'll get back to you on November
we
because of
could,
Thanksgiving and the board meeting and Veterans Day. And
yeah.
Veterans Day on Tuesday this year, which messed up
Oh,
our whole
yes.
schedule.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
So
and we're doing at 4 PM.
Yeah, maybe November. Yeah, 4 p.m.
November we could do early.
We might, but then it's just only 2 weeks after the October one is the only date, November 4th.
Yeah, but if we're working for back on the.
I think by then we're actually
We might be
be
fine.
pretty
Okay.
good, so we could just
Maybe
meet in
we'll
Let's
December.
do these 2 and then, yeah, December, our board meeting in December is on the 2nd and then nothing. So we do have the 9th.
So maybe we do it the night,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
I'll
Maybe
send
so-
calendar invites for those
Okay.
three.
In November, you want to just say TBD or, okay,
I'll probably just skip
I think we
November.
skip,
Yeah,
okay,
so no, December 9th.
December 9th, yeah.
Yeah, we only have, only one
Oh,
Tuesday for real use.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
4 to 5, thank you.
Cool.
Thanks, guys. I have
Thank
another
you.
meeting, so I
No,
have to
no,
head
thank
out.
you.
but have a
Bye,
good
thank
night.
you, thank you. Good luck on your hiring for your new person.
I need it. Thank
Good
you.
luck. I was like, hiring, where is she
During the
applying for a
meeting
job?
now. Just need to adjourn the meeting.
Oh,
Okay, this meeting is now adjourned.
That's it,
Thank you.
I'm done.
Catherine, do you